My name's Addie. Thank you for joining me for this pop-up yoga session right here in beautiful Lakeside Wilderness area. It's in the middle of Branson, right on the strip, but you never know it once you get back in the woods. I am in my favorite spot. I call this my yoga rock. It's kind of the size of a yoga mat, but a little bit smaller. So that'll add a little challenge to this practice. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. The only thing you'll need besides a yoga mat maybe, or a yoga rock if you're me, is you might need a tree. And if you're inside the house and you don't have a tree, you could use a wall. And if you don't have a wall to use, when we go into legs up a tree pose, you can simply choose a waterfall pose or relax in Savasana. Well, let's get started. And we're gonna begin in that legs up a tree pose or legs up a wall pose. If you're putting your legs up a wall, what you'll wanna do is put your hips up against the wall, spin the body, send the legs up, and then recline on the floor. You can kind of scoot your hips up a little closer to the wall if you want, or in my case, the tree. Find a comfortable reclined position. You can send those arms out to a T, maybe cactus them overhead. Whatever feels good to you. Let the eyes drift closed. And bring your awareness to the breath. Noticing how it flows in and out of the nose. Allowing the breath to deepen. Inhales elongate. Exhales extend. Feeling the belly rise on the inhales. Feel the back body melt into the earth on the exhales. Outdoors, you might want to let your eyes drift open, looking up at the branches of the tree that your feet are up. Noticing the gentle movement of the leaves and the branches and the breeze. Maybe you see clouds. Maybe you see a clear blue sky. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe a bird or two flying overhead. Taking about 5 more breaths here. When you're ready, walk your feet down the wall or down your tree and draw the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins or the thighs, hugging them in knees to chest pose, Apanasana. Continuing that deep breathing, but noticing how it feels different with the thighs resting on the belly. We'll release the knees to the mat. And help yourself to an upright seated pose. That was a little tricky on my yoga mat, or my yoga rock, I mean. Let's find a Mukasana, that easy seated pose with the ankles crossed. Allow the hands to drift to the thighs. They can be face up to receive or face down for grounding, or maybe the fingertips reach to either side of the body to the earth. Inhale, draw the crown of the head tall. Exhale, feel the hips get heavy and sink into the earth. Inhale, grow the crown of the head tall. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Allow the chin to float between the shoulders, finding gentle neck rolls. Follow the rhythm of your breath. And know as we practice, this is your practice. Anything I say or do is merely a suggestion. Take what works for you, modify, enhance, ditch the rest. Next time an ear reaches towards the shoulder, allow it to reach that shoulder. And then press in with the opposite hand to increase the intensity. Inhale the head to center and drop the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Reaching for the earth with the hand opposite the ear. Maybe crawling the fingers away. Inhale that head to center. Let's go ahead and switch the cross of the legs. Find that awkward cross. We always habitually go to that same place, so let's switch it up. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, reach to the sky, touch the fingertips, flip the palms, exhale them back to the earth. Inhale, reach, kiss the fingertips, flip the palms, exhale, radiate. Let's find this motion 2 more times, following the rhythm of your breath. Reach the arms overhead again. This time send the right palm down to the earth and the left palm overhead, opening the heart, gazing at the sky. Draw the left palm to the right thigh, reach the right arm overhead, leaning to the left. Open heart, looking up. Drop the right hand to the left thigh and bow the back. Finding a yummy stretch for the spine. Maybe tuck the chin, rock it from side to side. Release those arms. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, left palm down, right palm overhead. Opening the heart, gazing up. Dropping the right palm to the left thigh. Inhale, left palm overhead, reaching to the right, leaning, but keeping the hips glued to your mat. Bring the left palm to the right thigh, bow the back, tuck the chin. Find a little gentle movement. And release. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall apart in a butterfly pose. Inhaling the crown of the head tall. Exhaling, feeling the pull of gravity on the knees, on the hips, on the knife edges of the feet. A couple of breaths here upright, and then if you wish, on an exhale, crawl the hands forward. Keep the back body straight, leading with the heart. Inhale to half lift, pressing into your mat, elongating the spine. And then exhale, fold a little more deeply. Round the shoulders, drop the head. If you're folded, press in with the palms on an inhale and rise up. Let's reach the hands under the knees, closing them like a book. Find a little windshield wiper motion. So we'll reach the hands behind the hips with the fingers facing forward. You can take the feet out wide and then let the knees fall to the right and the left. Kind of like in a gentle mist, though, not in a rainstorm. Follow your breath, take your time. Bringing those windshield wipers to stillness. We'll go ahead and take the knees out to one side, or maybe rolling over the ankles, and we're gonna meet in a downward facing dog. You can go through tabletop if you wish, but since I'm on a rock, that doesn't feel good to my knees. So in your downward facing dog, your palms are planted, find some movement. You can pedal the feet, bend the knees, wiggle and stretch.
I think there's chickens in here.
Any movement that feels good. Slowing the movement down.
There's nothing.
Allowing the heels to seek the earth. They must not fall. Turn the biceps towards the ears. Find stillness in your dog. And then release the head. Feel the pull of gravity on the head. Finding a gentle yes and no. Maybe small circles. Melting into complete stillness. Nothing moving but the breath. Bend the knees, look forward, and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Press into the shins, pull the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. A slight bend in the knees helps with that, and then you can straighten them. Inhale to rise, reaching for the sky, look up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Mountain pose. Taking a moment here in this mountain. Wiggle the feet, rolling them from side to side, forward and back. Looking for those four corners, right behind the big toe, right behind the pinky toe, and the two sides of the heels. Rooting in, finding stillness, allowing the hips to find their place right over the ankles. Next, exhale, draw the belly in towards the backbone. Drop the shoulders, shine the heart. Inhale, the crown of the head grows tall, elongating the neck. And exhale, imagine roots growing from the fingertips like a banyan tree. Inhaling a tall mountain. Exhaling a strong mountain. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, palms to the mat, and step back to your downward facing dog. Settling into a strong dog. And when you're ready, look forward on an inhale. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through the heart. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Palms down, stepping back. Find that downward facing dog. Every time we come to the dog, find it strong and sturdy. Be mindful. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale to move to the top of the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands through the heart. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Palms down, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. Drop the back heel. And inhale to rise up, finding warrior one. We've got a bend in the front leg, knee over the ankle. And exhale draws the core in, wrapping it up like a corset. Drop the shoulders, touch the sky. Warrior one. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps through. Drop that back heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Again, adjusting your warrior. Front knee over the ankle. Strong core. Shoulders away from the ears. Biceps by the ears. And breathe. Hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. And you know, as we step back to this downward facing dog, if you want to take a flow, you can. I simply won't be cueing it, but I'll try to leave enough time so that if you're following this and you wish to go through a flow, you can. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot through, rising up to warrior one. And then on an exhale, hands parallel to the earth, warrior two. Again, exhale that tight core, drop those shoulders, and find the gaze past the right fingers. Flip the front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior looking up. Cartwheel the hands to your mat. Step back to downward facing dog.
Guys, wait! Wait!
Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps through, dropping the back heel. Rise up, warrior one. Next exhale, warrior two. Heart over the hips, head over the heart. Gazing past those left fingertips. In fact, shoot lightning from the fingertips. Strong arms. Flip the front palm, lower body still, reaching forward with the top of the body, and reverse your warrior. Gazes to the sky. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step back, find your downward facing dog. Adding on here, inhale, right leg rises. And exhale, right foot steps through, drop the back heel. This time open all the way to your warrior two. We'll flip the front palm, reach forward, reverse that warrior. Straighten the front leg, coming into a reverse triangle. And with that front leg straight, we're going to send the hip towards the back, folding the body forward, not all the way to the earth. Keep going. We're going to take that right hand to 6 o'clock, left hand to 12. Open the hips up just a bit more. Triangle pose. Coming back up to that reverse triangle. Inhale. Draw the left arm overhead, aligning the body with the straight front leg, and exhale, fold forward, pyramid pose. Your hands can rest on the earth or you can sweep them back behind you. Bend into that front leg, warrior two. And cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps through. Drop that back heel, opening big all the way to warrior two. Flip that front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. And then straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Send the hips towards the back, reaching forward, revolving those arms like a windmill. Left hand to 6, right hand to 12, triangle pose. And we'll inhale, come up, finding that reverse triangle again. Sweep the right arm overhead, align the body with that left leg, and fold forward, hands to the earth or sweeping back behind you. Pyramid pose. Bend into the front leg, find your warrior two, and cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. We'll take a little break here. Come up on the toes, drop the knees. Bring the toes together, knees apart. Send the hips towards the heels, finding a child's pose. Child's pose is always available to rest and reconnect with the breath. So taking a few breaths here before we run through the sequence. One more time. Feeling the back body swell on the inhales, and the heart melts towards the earth on the exhales. When you're ready, press in to the palms, turn the toes under, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot steps through. Opening big to warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Gaze is up, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Send the hip towards the back of the mat. Windmill those arms. Right arm to 6, left arm to 12. Triangle pose, open the heart. Back to reverse triangle. Right arm high, gaze to the sky. Sweep the left arm to meet the right. Align the body with the right leg and fold forward, pyramid pose. Bend into the front leg, warrior two. Hands to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog. Finding your breath here or finding a flow. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps through, dropping the back heel, open, big warrior two, arms parallel to the earth. Flip the front palm, reach forward, reverse the warrior. Straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. And then find that triangle pose. Remember to send the hips back, windmill the hands, stack the shoulders. You might have a slight bend in that front knee. You don't want to lock out your joints. back to the reverse triangle. Sweep the right arm to meet the left. And exhale to fold forward, pyramid pose. Bend into the front knee, warrior two. Beautiful, strong warrior two. Hands to the mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, we're going to take the right leg towards the wrists, so the right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle behind the left wrist, pigeon pose. Opening the hips, adjust that pigeon however you need. Inhale to draw the crown of the head tall. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. See those left toes. Inhale forward and exhale. Allow your pigeon to rest. You can bring your head down to stacked fists or to your mat. Or maybe you stay up on the forearms. It's whatever serves you best. Wherever you are in your pigeon, go ahead and draw the palms back to the mat. Inhale to press up. And then drop the right hip onto the mat. Bring that left leg forward. And we're going to cross it over the right, finding our Mukasana pose, or cow face pose. So we'll try to stack the knees, but if they don't stack, that's okay. And you want to level the hips. You can hold on to the feet, staying upright, breathing, growing the crown of the head tall. If you wish, you can fold forward on an exhale. Keep those hips glued to your mat. Another option is to send the arms out wide. Send the left arm under the right, finding a hug, or wind those arms up, bringing the palms or the backs of the hands together, thumbs to the third eye, inhaling tall, staying upright, or exhaling to fold forward. So many options in yoga. Always choosing what's right for you in this moment. It could be different from yesterday. And it might not be what you choose tomorrow, and that's okay. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release the bind of the hands if you have them. Unwind those legs. You can use your hands to help out. And we're going to step back into our downward facing dog. You can go through tabletop. For me, that is not comfortable on this rock. Anything on my knees would not be happy on this rock. So we're meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left leg comes under the body, left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle behind the right wrist. Extend that right leg long. Pigeon pose. Adjusting your pigeon. Inhale, grow the crown of the head tall. Exhale, look over the left shoulder, see the right toes. Inhale, grow the crown of the head tall one more time. Waiting on the plane to pass by. Exhale, let your pigeon rest. Again, coming down on the forearms or stacked fists. Maybe your head comes to the mat. whatever feels best to you. Just let go and breathe. Draw the right palms or both palms under the shoulders. Drop, press in, rise up. Drop that left hip. And we're going to bring the right leg forward, crossing it over the bent left leg, stacking the knees. In that opposite, go Mukasana, remembering our options, whether you stay upright, whether you fold forward on an exhale, you can hold the feet, or if you'd like to find those eagle arms, send those arms out wide and then bring the right arm under the left. Find a hug, find that double wrap. If your hands are together, bring the thumbs to the third eye. Inhale to grow tall. Stay here or exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up if you're folded, and exhale to release the arms if they're bound. Take those hands and help your legs unfold. We'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat, knees to the sky, palms behind the hips, fingers forward. Find a windshield wiper motion, letting the legs fall to the left and the right. Following the rhythm of your breath. We'll bring those knees to stillness and go ahead and allow the back body to find the mat. Draw the knees into the chest. Hug them in around the shins or the thighs. Let the arms fall to a T. Palms face down. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, press into the palms and send those knees to the right, finding a spinal twist. Take a moment to adjust this spinal twist, making it just right for you. Yoga practices usually end with spinal twists because it's the yogi belief that the twist allows us to wring out anything we've picked up along the way in the practice that we don't need. So wring it out like a sponge. Maybe even visualizing a sponge being twisted in the water, just falling out. Press into the palms, and we're going to send those knees to center with an exhale. Find a little side-to-side movement, and when you're ready on your exhale, the knees fall to the left. Press in with the palms, protect the back body. Let that head float right. An inhale draws the head to center, and an exhale allows you to press into the palms. Bring those knees to center. From here, taking any final movements or postures that your body's asking for on the way to your final Savasana. And you know Savasana is traditionally taken on the back body with the arms and stretched, but if you want to go back to that legs up a tree pose or legs up a wall pose, feel free to do that. The important thing about Shavasana is that we melt into stillness and find complete relaxation for the mind and the body. Allowing the benefits of the practice to soak in. Close the eyes, release control of the breath. Maybe even take a deep inhale and sigh it out. And I'll wake you shortly. Don't worry. We'll end the practice together. Coming out of Shavasana, begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Roll the wrists, roll the ankles. Take a deep inhale and reach the arms overhead, stretching them back, reaching fingertips away from the toes. Exhale, sink back into the mat, as if it's not quite time to get up yet. Next inhale, stretch and reach and grow. Exhale, draw the knees into the chest. And then roll to the right side using the bicep as a pillow. Several breaths here. Blinking the eyes open and using the hands to press yourself up to a seated position. I thank you so much for practicing with me today, for sharing your love and light. It's been my honor. Until next time, namaste.